Hello, Sunshines, and welcome to Short Game Saturdays. Today, Bann and I are playing the Political Compass Devil's Labyrinth by Majestic 12. If you'd like to follow Bann, check out the link to their channel below. Death is taking a vacation and leaves the judgment of souls to you. What could possibly go wrong? Warning, this video contains strong language and topics and imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Anyway, so
I mean, that's why I have such a hard time nowadays with watching Five Nights at Freddy's, because I used to fall asleep to Markiplier's playlist of him playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and so now anytime I am watching it, I get really sleepy. Okay, so can you see?
I can see. Can you? Is there any audio?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
So, I'm recording. Let's get started.
Yay! Majestic 12 presents.
There's the sound.
Yep.
I can go into preferences and turn it down if you want.
No, it's fine for me.
Okay. Alright. How do I go back? Return. The very big return at the bottom. How about that?
Yeah. In association with Buff Gaming.
I was gonna read Chasing the Truth, and then that Buff Gaming down there is... Alright. It's buff people. It's buff people chasing the truth.
Buff Gaming chasing the truth. The Political Compass, Devil's Labyrinth. Greetings! It is I, the Angel of Death. The voice echoes into eternity. Death, 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 death.
Oh, if you could please just do a sound effect on yourself there.
Okay.
Markiplier and his crew are all fancy. They have like a soundboard for that shit.
I don't. Here in Purgatory, it's time to judge the souls who are worthy.
Is he yo-yoing? He is yo-yoing.
Yeah, he's also glitching the fuck out.
Death is just a cool bro.
Yep. And the souls who are unworthy. Some moments pass. Only problem is I've been damning souls for so long, I no longer have a feel for it.
Oh, so you're just like damning everyone just because?
You're all going to hell.
So basically the premise of The Good Place.
Yeah. I don't work Monday and Wednesday is my day off. Okay. I've gone soft. I yo-yo back and forth between salvation and the other one. What's the other one? Damnation! Not sure what I'm going to be getting. Wrong!
I can go back. I didn't realize you didn't read it. Want me to go back?
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into here. Okay.
Still go with Damnation?
Yeah. Wrong! It's called evisceration! Hang on, I'll teach you. Damn! You have learned evisceration!
Oh, off camera?
I guess so.
That's like the joke in Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where they're like, you have conveniently learned this the spirit bomb off camera. Or something like that.
There you go. Let's go! Okay. I feel the power flowing deep within me. That's my signature move. Some say it's a little metal, but I live on the edge. Salvation? That one is pretty easy, so I'll leave it to you. You do it. Hang on. Everyone is secretly a little judgmental, so I know you're going to love it.
I didn't ask for this. I got a date with a goat! Don't ask. A hippie stumbles into view out of the ether. Who said that?
Jojo Schumer.
Are you trying to read what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes.
Words, sounds are letters on a page.
Yep. How long have I been in here? Have you seen the broken coffee machine in the waiting room? There's always a broken coffee machine. Some of the people here are vampires, zombies, and even wolves. It's like Halloween. Especially zombies. Why do you think they eat brains in movies? There's never a good ending. Finding a cure, I mean. Yeah, right. Oh. Hello. I didn't notice you there. What's your favorite vintage synth? Hell. Got any weed?
Talk to Lit.
Got any LSD? My skin is crawling. Hello? Just a little crack cocaine. This place is great. It's basically free love central. Evisceration. I love a good orgy, especially when I'm in it.
Hey, you can't be unfair as an ace person.
I didn't say that. I just I don't like people who are like free love and shit because it's only free love for them and not everybody else.
Okay, fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Time to make my judgment on Jojo Schumer. Damn him to hell! Kaboom! The hippie shattered into 1,000 crystal shards and poisonous goo. Hey you! Come here!
Bike Shop Gavin.
Aggressive hug. I did not consent to being touched, sir.
That's how I imagine Stephanie's hugs.
Yeah. They were very aggressive. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on here, would ya? One moment I was in a cute, cozy cafe, and then BAM! I'm in some kind of purgatory, lol.
Is he supposed to be like a hipster?
Yeah, I think so. We got a hippie and a hipster. Don't tell the other souls. Yeah, good to know. I told everybody. I don't want to die just yet. I got an idea for an app. Want to hear it? Evisceration.
Guess who said this exact phrase on Twitter recently?
Oh, good lord. No. I'd rather not. It's a dating app for dogs. Evisceration. Only the trick is that the owners of the dogs have to get the dog's consent first before signing them up to the site. Evisceration.
They could just go to a dog park.
Yeah. Evisceration. Then you take your dog to the park and the two owners introduce their dogs to each other.
You could just do that at the dog park without an app.
And they each hit a button if their dog signals to them that it consents to humping. Evisceration. There's also a feature to report dogs who hump the leg of victims in the park. Or something. What do you reckon? I think I'm onto a real winner. You can also put bundles of weed in the back of your dog to...
In the back? Oh, on.
On the back of your dog to deliver it to your friends.
I was about to be extremely
That's
concerned.
why I stopped for a second, like, wait a minute, I had to have read this wrong. Just damn him to hell. Kaboom! Trump is really getting the country going. Sigh. Evisceration. It's all wars for Israel. And those Rothschild bankers? Are you a Nazi?
It says Nazi 100%,
yes, 100% certain. Am I really that immoral if I genocide a whole group of people? Yes.
Yeah.
The Jewish guy at the deli is okay. And my accountant.
Oh boy.
And my lawyer.
Oh boy.
Any my lawyer. No, move him to the genocide list.
Punch Nazis.
Mhm.
Jesus
Jesus mysteriously intervened. What could this mean? Was Jesus rooting for the axis of evil the whole time? I thought they were into the occult. They were. I guess they did do a number on him, but I think I made the right choice. It wasn't the Jews, it was the Romans. Who are you and what's your deal? The rise of blockchain technology, or the blockchain for short, is the paradigm-shifting event of our age, similar to the rise of the internet or the invention of the toaster. The papers provide a summary of the advantages and opportunities of blockchain technology.
This is so funny, considering I just sent you guys that short of Brennan absolutely losing his prospector persona as he rants about crypto.
Yeah. Me and my cybergoth friends argue the blockchain technology will one day facilitate the majority of the world's exchanges of informational transfers and signing digital artworks. Blockchain should not be considered synonymous with Bitcoin. Bitcoins are actually physical coins made of bits, which be divided into mini bits, which then can be divided into super mini bits or something. It solves many space informational exchange problems, does it? Damn. Kaboom! Let's see what other souls are lurking around here. Hello. I'm like to introduce myself. Hans Wishington. Isn't that elite? I'm Hans, and here in Purgatory I can offer you my discreet banking services. I don't have any money. Well, I also need good staff, cleaners, cooks, and that sort of thing. I already have a job. Good for you. Here's a nickel. I don't need your money. I thought you didn't have much money. Not enough money to need a Swiss bank. I'm not Swiss, I'm from Liechtenstein. Bye. Be a loser then. Slam him. Ow! He exploded into Swiss watches and high-end chocolate. Oh no. Next in line. Next. Next, please. Huh? Hello. What would you like help with today? I would like to apply for planning permission for a small domestic dwelling. I would like to register my dog. I would like to apply for a permit to hold a protest to support injured squirrels. I would like to register my dog.
Considering you have like
a million of them right now.
A million of them in your house.
Yep. So, how much security do you have to keep the dog inside? Well, I never really thought about that. But our backyard is completely fenced. So it could attack and kill people? Not really. We have a fence. How tall is the fence? 6 feet. How tall is the dog? 2 feet. How high can it jump? Probably 4 feet. So it could be a stepladder to escape. It's a dog. It can't use a stepladder. What if it learned? It can't. It's a dog. My neighbor taught the dog to sing. Why would I teach my dog to escape? I don't know. Why don't you ask yourself the same question? Can I register my dog now? Only if you sign this form accepting all legal responsibility for the actions of the dog. I don't want to do that.
I think that, to a degree, you are legal for the actions of your dog anyways.
Yeah.
To, like, the degree it's considered reasonable.
Right.
So, like, if your dog's on a leash, and you got good control of your dog, and someone else lets their dog, like, just completely run into the other dog's face and harass them, and they don't do anything, and you try to get your dog away, but your dog ends up biting the other dog. I think by reason you don't have fault in that because you did everything within your power to get out of the situation, and the other person did everything not to.
Yeah.
But like, I guess like you can't be legal for a dog being a dog.
Yeah. Dogs are gonna dog.
Like if your dog is I don't know, digging up a hole in your yard. It's your yard and your dog's being a dog.
Yeah. Well, we could always put the dog to sleep. Can I speak to your supervisor? I am the supervisor. Fine, I will sign the form. Sorry, too late. Kill. Damn that lady. Darren, no tax. Could you pass me my club? The big one? The 9-iron? Come to the clubhouse for a chat about life and business? What do you think of the Prime Minister's economic proposal? I don't know. I don't really follow politics. I don't really like it when I think taxes are already high. I think it could really improve economic quality over the long term.
Okay, so this is really funny considering I was in a, I don't know why I was in this meeting. Maybe it's because they're thinking about training me for the future, but I was in a meeting about how compensation is determined and how promotions are determined.
Right.
And they gave us a case study, and I just took it at face value when they were like, oh, so this is the situation. The manager's already said that this employee is going to get promoted, and it's already like been planned for in the budget, and they plan to have like a new person backfill that position. So in my brain, I was like, oh, okay, so then they must have already done all the documentation needed to show that this employee is is like suitable for the job, and they passed all the other requirements and yada yada. So I was just like thinking about like, okay, what is like the budgetary concerns around the transition period between like roles, what kind of training needs to be handled from the person backfilling the role and the person leaving the role. Like, do they need to train their replacement first? And apparently the only thing wrong in that case study was the fact that the manager had already told that person they got the job before they like did all the paperwork. And I'm like, fuck.
Wow.
I just took it at face value, assuming that it had already been done.
No.
I was just so literal when I was reading that. So like reading this, my automatic assumption is just gonna be like, I think it could improve economic equality.
Yeah.
And it's gonna turn out to be something horrible.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I just was way too literal with that case study.
You know, it happens. It really does.
I think if they had added the word like has promised ahead of time or something like that, then it would have kind of like clued me in.
That seems like there's missing information.
Well, yeah. So I think it's just one of those things when you're a very literal person, you need a little bit of a few more like adjectives and verbs involved.
Right.
Anyways, that's my rant.
Yep. What, are you some kind of communist?
Yes.
If you added money, you really need my money.
I mean, if I had money, it would be because you had less.
Yep, that would be great. But wouldn't everyone being equal make everyone happier? No. If everyone was equal now, by the end of the year, there would already be people who are rich and people with no money.
I mean, that's assuming that the same capitalistic trend continues. Like, I guess the assumption he's making is that everyone is going to start with the exact same amount across the board, but the same people are going to continue to advance because of the same, like, socio advantages that they had previously.
Right.
That's my interpretation of what he's saying there.
Yeah, and then there's going to be people who will, no matter where they are on the social ladder, will just waste everything.
Yeah.
The cream will always rise to the top. But don't some people care about things other than money, like helping people? Like being nurses and teachers and stuff? Helping people is for losers. If people really wanted something, they would pay for it. Damn.
You notice that we've damned everyone so far?
Yeah, I don't see the point in keeping them around. Kaboom! He dropped too cold. Ha! Nice. Oh, good. Hello.
Are your eyebrows okay?
Are your tits okay?
Don't your tits, like, twitch like that? Aren't your pecs constantly spasming?
Probably. She hasn't got our reality TV fix. What views do you have on the government? Government.
I don't think our government can fix anything.
How so?
Okay.
What?
Yes.
So the government can't fix anything?
Sorry, I have no idea. I just want to be smart. I don't really know what a government is.
This text, the grammar in this text is killing me.
I mean, it works for this character, though.
Yeah, it does.
But I am worried about the Hitler. Someone get to do something or else he could take over all Europe. Aren't you worried about that?
Did you just watch a documentary on World War II?
Only the first half.
I think
she's fair.
Yeah, she's just an idiot.
Yeah, she's kind of harmless. So, what is going on here? The sound of children laughing fills the air. What? Hey man, how's it going? Oh wait, hey man, how's it going? Oh my god.
They're shaking their dicks.
Yeah. Okay. Who is this?
Phoenix Asphyxia.
Okay.
Ask my pronouns.
What are they?
Do it! Sorry, I'm so emotional right now. There's a buff guy roaming around in here beating me up, purely for my sexual orientation. We have the same rights as everyone else in here.
Okay.
The Dark Lord commands it.
Okay.
Sorry to vent. Did you want to hear the end of the story? And diversity is what makes the world great. If we were all the same and had the same goals and values, the world would be boring and everyone would get along.
Okay.
I know, terrible, right? There would be no fun in the world, nothing new, no progress. And no new boundaries or taboos or push-ups against.
Homophobic damnation. How do we know it's a her? They didn't answer our question about pronouns.
Nope, they did not. This actually, this actually really makes me think of that video I just watched the other day by Austin Archer. You remember who he is, right? He's the TikTok guy. So
Yeah.
he started doing some long form YouTube exclusives recently, and he did one responding to a linguist who made a video titled 6 Reasons Why Both the Left and the Right Are Wrong About Pronouns or something like that.
Okay.
And it was such a like a poor video on the linguist's part, because like I thought we were gonna get some really fucking interesting shit about like pronoun usage history and stuff, and
Right.
like actual linguist shit, but no, it really wasn't. Like everything he listed was almost overwhelmingly an issue only with the right. But he was framing it as though it was an issue with the left as well. So he'd be like, nobody knows what pronouns are. And we're like, no. I think part of the thing is that people on the left are very well aware of what pronouns are. And the people on the right overwhelmingly refuse to understand what pronouns are.
Right.
So what? And like all of his things were like that, and that's kind of how I feel about the framing that's going on here.
Yeah.
Because we have like some pretty extreme conservative examples so far, and now what we're getting is supposedly an extreme left caricature right here.
Right.
But it's not fair to frame them as both coming from the same place,
Yeah.
because ultimately one inherently causes more harm than the other, and that is the right.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I feel like this person is also harmless.
yeah,
Like, there's nothing really inherently, like, they don't want to commit genocide.
no.
Their views are skewed, but whose aren't? They're incredibly biased toward wanting to be victimized.
It also just feels like an online personality.
Yeah. And like they're presenting themselves the way that they see themselves, and that in of itself is not a sin to me.
Yeah. I just I don't know. I this immediately kind of put me back on like on my heels about what the framing of this game is going to be.
Yeah. I'm kind of not like, because like the whole homophobic damnation thing, that could it could either be that this person would be calling us homophobic for damning them, or it would be homophobic to damn them.
Yeah. I'm going to say spare, but like I don't know, immediately that puts me on guard about what the intention of this game is.
Yeah. I'm right there with you too.
Because it definitely feels like now they're trying to frame it as all sides are wrong.
Right, yeah.
So, anyways, spare.
How are you?
I don't know if you should be smacking your back muscles like that, sir.
No.
That looks painful.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, just got distracted by the souls of 1,000 children crying out in agony. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I thought it was laughter.
That's what I heard.
Whenever I get stressed, I just think, damn, I'm big, and that calms me down. Okay.
You know what? That's legit.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, if people find a way to ease their stress, even if it's in a weird way, like, sometimes if I'm, like, feeling, like, kind of down on myself on, like, how I look, I will look at some of the scars that I have on my hand from, like, and let me be very, very clear for anyone who's listening. These are not like self-harm scars. These are just scars that I've gotten through my life from like ones from cooking and I accidentally cut myself. Another one was when I was putting something away in a closet and there was a nail sticking out and my finger dragged against the nail and it's left a scar. So things like that. And I look at those scars and I find them really comforting. Like, I really like them. So, like, I kind of relate to this guy being like, oh, whenever I'm stressed, I just think, damn, I'm big.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you know what? Go off, dude.
Yeah, because I have scars from hot glue guns from when I was a kid. And then I have one scar where I was throwing away a bag of broken glass, and the glass cut through the bag in my arm, and I had to like sit there for 30 minutes with my arm above my head till it stopped bleeding.
Oh my god.
And then I have scars from the puppies.
Yeah.
They're just like, because puppies have long ass fucking nails.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You are a big guy. Those back muscles are huge. Yeah, thanks, man. Buff and clean of ink. Skin is so clean and pure. Big muscles, and I'm straight. What more could you want? Okay. I honestly was about to, like, consider saving this guy or sparing him.
Well, let's just hold on. Let's wait.
Yeah. I'm feeling the pump! It's better than sex! Especially when you check out some of the chicks in here. Oh, boy. Being big and going to the gym, it's just great. You feel so good about yourself. All those people with mental health issues, depression, anxiety, if they went to the gym and buffed up a bit, it could be so helpful.
Oh, okay, this reminds me, do you know about the Liver King?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I am aware of the Liver King.
So, Danny Gonzalez has done 3 videos on the Liver King. The first
Poor man.
The first video was like him just like finding out about the Liver King's existence and then talking about the videos and things that he's seen and all of that. Second one was he didn't plan on doing another video, but the Liver King actually reached out to him and actually like said that he really enjoyed like Danny's video and was like, you know, if you ever want to like try it out, like I can give you some recipes, whatever, but you're chill in my books, that kind of thing. And like Danny was like genuinely touched by it. So then he did try like what it was like to be the Liver King for one day, which by the end of it he was like, yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
But it was nice of him. But the third video he made just because he had already made 2 other videos, so of course people were gonna ask him about what came out recently about Liver King admitting that he uses steroids. So Danny was watching that video where Liver King talked about it openly, and Danny had noticed that there was this consistent theme about the Liver King bringing up body image issues, like really bad body image issues.
Right.
And Danny was noticing that he was seeing a trend that what was making the Liver King feel better about himself was not necessarily, he was focusing on the wrong thing, and that's why he might want to actually like reanalyze what was making him feel better about himself and what wasn't, and what was working and what wasn't. So it was actually a really compassionate video by Danny regarding like what the Liver King was saying and talking about. And what the Liver King was talking about was very important, but it definitely if you like watched bits of that video, you definitely thought, okay, he's aware that he has an issue with body image. He's like actively aware, but he's choosing, he's associating an incorrect means of fixing that body image issue. And that's what this guy makes me think of right away, where he's aware that he has some kind of issue, and in his mind this has become the cure, but it's actually not getting rid of any of the root causes for them.
Right.
Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, because he was saying that exercise was better than sex. And the way that he's, like, talking about other people, and it's just like, you might be asexual, dude. since he made it a point to tell us that he was straight.
Yeah.
That automatically, in my brain, if he's having this many problems, like, focusing so much on his body and not on his mental health, to me that rings of somebody who is not okay with not being straight and not understanding what asexuality is, and that it could be an option, because it's not just are you gay or straight,
Yeah.
There are other avenues that you can explore.
As I know, I've wobbled on that line for many a decade, so...
Yep.
Until recently, so...
Yeah. If we all had a little more gym time, everyone would be satisfied and happy. There would be no conflict apart from sport.
You know what? And honestly, that is not entirely wrong. If we
Right.
actually had a little more time in general...
Right.
I think we'd all be happier as a species, instead of, like, killing ourselves to survive.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a person who I used to watch, but they were maybe a year or so ago outed as being horribly fucking racist, and they had introduced me to this quote, who I cannot remember who it was from. But it was, we focus so much on the hours in the day, or like the something along akin to that, and not enough focus on the quality of our hours.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And like that really spoke to me as just like, it's not about the number of hours in the day, it's about how we live the hours that we have.
It does help though.
Yeah.
Because like
it definitely does.
Because like 7.5 hours of my day is spent in a place I don't want to be to make money so I can pay for food and housing.
Right.
So
and I could spend...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, so to a degree, the quantity does matter, but so does the quality. Because if you have all the free time in the world, and like some people I know who don't work a regular job that involves them having to go to places and work with coworkers and stuff like that, if you spend all 8 of those working hours not doing anything quality wise, you're gonna still feel bad.
Yeah, because I am one of those people. I
You
don't have
are.
a regular job, and I can tell you right now from experience that I spend probably 10 to 12 hours a day sleeping.
Yeah.
And that's not like, and that's more from like, it's not necessarily boredom, but like mental exhaustion. Because if I do like one thing that is mentally taxing to me, it's yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, like you take lots of naps.
Yeah.
But you also do a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, this week of course I've done so much.
Yeah.
But I've also been super exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. So it is, I think that is a really important thing to keep in mind about the quality of hours.
Right.
As well, because there are people in the world who have all the time in the world and they're miserable.
Yeah.
It's like people who win the lottery or are just rich in general and they don't work.
Right.
And there's like a consistent theme in that studies are finding that people who have above a certain threshold of money are generally found to be just as unhappy as people below that threshold.
Right.
So like there at some point money does help with happiness, but then it stops, it plateaus.
Right.
And that's mainly because that plateau mark seems to be like having all your necessities covered so that you can actually focus on enjoying yourself the rest of the time. That seems to be the plateau.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we've ranted enough over this guy.
Yeah. In short, the world would be a better place, bro. Remove this comment, edit, buff gaming. Barney, we need your character less biased. Remember to remove this comment. Okay. Edit. No, I'm leaving it in. I don't see a reason to not spare him.
Suspicious Gary.
Immediately. Like, he's got...
I'm sorry, but he makes me think of Junji Ito.
Yeah, he does. But he also, like, he has a hammer and sickle and a star on his shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I suddenly feel like this game is really racist.
I would have to ask Sarah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gary.
Yeah, I'm Gary. Hi, Gary. Hi, I'm just here in purgatory waiting for damnation and catching up on a bit of study. But you wouldn't happen to know how to use the evisceration purgatory technique, would you? I would. A little something we could use back home for the Communist Party of China, I mean? Yeah, I'm starting to get really racist vibes from this. Don't worry, your secrets are safe with me. Spare him. Just, like, don't give him the satisfaction. Hello, you look like you have some years in you.
That's such a funny way to phrase you're old.
Rude. The world was better in the past. All countries were self-sufficient, manufacturing and supporting for themselves.
What's a tradie?
I think it has something to do with, like, marketing, maybe?
Okay.
Or, like...
Trader Joe's?
Not Trader Joe's,
This
but,
guy's
like,
just a retired Trader Joe's employee, and that's how they refer to themselves?
Yeah, retired tradies, yeah.
Anyways.
There were trade schools. You would start around age 14, let the body grow into the trade.
Oh,
I get
okay.
It.
Yeah.
So he was probably like a plumber or an electrician or something.
You know, that is actually a huge problem. That there was such a large focus on pushing people to taking college courses, arguing that it was going to be better, yada yada yada, that now the trade industry is a rapidly aging one.
Right.
And it's hard to draw people in. Younger people in, I mean. And like some trades are just kind of dying out. Like my grandfather's a tool maker. That was the trade that he went into. He actually wanted to be a marine biologist, but he lived in Yugoslavia during communist times, and while schooling was free, schooling was something that you had to go choose and do something considered useful. So he became a tool maker. But the problem that my dad is experiencing currently in his workplace, because he does plastics molding, that's the family company, they make their own molds. And they're having a hard time finding new, younger people who aren't close to retirement,
Right.
that are tool makers that can make these actual molds. So what they've ended up doing is they hired a young guy who started off, I think, as just like one of the general utility staff. And now he's kind of doing a ad hoc apprenticeship under one of the older tool makers, because that's the only way they can do it.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Bricklayers could be laying 300 bricks a day in their 60s and 70s. Now they start at 20 and are finished in 10 years.
I think that says more about the quality of our housing than anything else.
Yeah. Trades were respected. Unemployment virtually didn't exist, and neither did divorce.
I will say...
But murder was high.
I will say those three things are... They might be what's the word? They're correlation, not causation.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Immigration was much better, too. All the immigrants that came here actually willing to work, instead of leech off the government.
Oh, boy.
Alright. Nowadays, the world imports everything. Marriages don't last. Immigrants are taking over the country without supporting the system, and the economy is falling apart.
Immigrants.
Globalization is destroying the word. Only a few are making money, the rest are poor with no chance of getting ahead.
This is not entirely wrong.
Yeah?
Not entirely wrong. It's
what is it like?
A clock can be right twice. A broken clock can be right twice a day.
Right. It's one of those things where, like, there's this type of person who they're right-leaning, but all the points that they are making are liberal talking points.
Oh,
and it's like, you just missed the point.
Oh, it reminds me of my favorite Disco Elysium review of that one guy complaining about how the communist system is OP. And, like, how he gets that, that's the point of the game, but it's unfair for people who want to play the capitalist route. And we're like, buddy, you're so close.
So fucking close. So fucking close.
And don't get me started about the homosexuals. They're trying to make it seem okay by using the word gay, but it's homosexual, and that's that.
That whole sentence reads like a bad fan fiction.
Yeah, it really does. Did Raven Dementia Way write this? Just damn the old man.
Off my head!
The heaven you have created is centrist.
Interesting.
Oh. Hey, I'm a centrist myself, but everyone hates centrists. What?
You've done a great job. The only thing I need to add is those were just practice souls. Lesser mortals we use for training purposes. Some real souls take days or months to destroy, and they're screaming for days. I don't make the rules. Sorry. Just relax. The end.
I think it would be considered centrist because of some of the first people we got rid of.
I mean, if you're gonna talk Bitcoin to me, I'm going to send you to hell.
Like, I think the hippie guy, that would have been spared.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
I think the problem is that all the examples, like I said, that were on the left were framed in a similar negative way as people on the right.
Right.
And
Which, like, I get why they wanted to do that, but it also made it seem very libertarian.
Actually, it's funny because the other day I was talking with one of my coworkers about a different one,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, I think this guy is a libertarian. And she's like, really? Like, I don't get that sense of him at all. I hope he doesn't. He isn't. Like, I don't know. Like, he just seems to have, like, leftist, right-leaning views. Like, he says, like, the right points, and he's almost there. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, the most consistent thing I know about the libertarian movement is that none of them can agree with each other a consistent ideology among them in terms of what they mean. Because there are libertarians that fall way, way, way into the right, and then there are libertarians that fall way, way, way into the left, and they're just all over. And
Right.
none of them can agree with themselves. That's the only consistency I find with libertarians.
Yeah, like, no two libertarians agree or believe the same shit, and it's just fucking annoying. But I feel like this was made by a libertarian. Like, I really do. 'Cause, like, what is it? Like, look, okay, so if you look at the graph, right?
Yeah.
Part of, like, the top says authoritarian, the bottom says libertarian, and then it's left and right, right? And so where does our circle fall? Left-leaning libertarian.
Yeah.
So this was I 100% believe this was made by a libertarian.
I'm gonna do a speed run. Hold on.
Okay. Evisceration. Okay. There you go. Are we gonna spare this guy?
Yeah.
This one absolutely goes to hell, but
Yeah.
somehow saved by Jesus. I don't understand that.
Oh my god. Why can't I skip this part?
I don't know. I'm not even reading it.
Oh, interesting. So depending
Yeah.
on what you ask them, it kind of goes easy or hard.
Right.
Interesting.
Oh my god, the heaven you have created for us is left-wing libertarian. Like, dude, what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much my point.
Yeah. Okay. 420 plays it. Wait, a couple high angels are falling back to Earth with all the weed. Oops. You've done a great job. The only thing I need to add is those were just the
You know what's
Okay.
you know what's interesting is before he said he didn't say you did a great job. I think before he said I'm a centrist myself,
Right.
but everyone hates centrists.
Yeah.
I mean, that is exactly where that arrow is pointed.
Yeah, it's left left-leaning libertarian.
Do we want to see if I can get a different result or move on?
I just want to move on.
Okay. Alright, well, that was that game.
Thank you for joining us for Short Game Saturday as we played the Political Compass Devil's Labyrinth by Majestic 12. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, a follow, and ring that notification bell so you know when the new episode drops. Also, stop on by our completely free Discord server to chat about games and whatever else is on your mind. I promise we don't bite that hard. Please refrain from any hate toward us or the game developers. The devs worked really hard to make this game happen and they deserve our support, because anyone who just wants to enjoy their afterlife without having to decide the fate of the universe deserves all the support. That's all for now, folks, and we'll see you next time. Death, death.